know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Your girl Sweepy, and we're back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweepy Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share the video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, can you guys hear? Please let me know if you can hear. We're gonna jump right into this thing. I am so sorry. We were having some sound difficulties, so let me know if you guys can hear, because it looks like, honey, the appeals court has dismissed Tasha K's appeal. So let me know if you guys can hear, and we're going to get into this thing. I told you guys, what did I tell you? When Tasha K trolls Cardi B, it is usually because there has been a verdict in court that nobody knows about, right? That it's going to come to light later on in the week. Didn't I tell you guys that earlier in the week? I said it's got to be something going on with her and Cardi B because she was trolling Cardi. And she definitely is talking about things with Cardi B that she is not supposed to be talking about as it pertains to the judgment. And we have a show coming up around 8:30 where we're going to break that thing down, okay? But we have breaking news. Breaking news. I was on my way going to the grocery store, and I got a DM. Tasha K's appeal dismissed. I said, it was dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. So let me jump in and get this receipt, and then let's talk about it. All right? Let's talk about it. Everybody, honey, they are all distracted talking about whether or not Tasha K renting or got kicked out. And I'll give you my darn opinion as it pertains to this house that she supposedly had is put up for rent. In my opinion, she never owned the home. It's giving she was renting from the get-go. If she was not renting from the get-go, why is these people's name, this real estate company, their name is on this home as owning it? If she owns the home, her name would be on it. Her or Shek's name. It would not be listed under the real estate agent. Okay? So, period. She don't own that house. She never owned that house. She was renting that house from the get-go. That's just my opinion. I could do digging and do all that, but it really is not that important to me to show whether somebody is renting or owning, because to me, there's no difference. I've done a rent to own. I've done lease purchase. I've rented. It doesn't matter. You have a home. You have a home. All that matters is that your children have a roof over their heads. You and your family are able to sleep well at night. You're not in the street. So who cares whether you own or, again, no business, nobody needed that, but you came up here and told everybody that. So that's why people are dragging her, because she says these things and she lies, and then people find out that it's not true. Okay, but if you don't give people the information, then it's left for them to assume. And if people dig around and they dox, that's on them. But if you came up here and gave the information, then that's why everyone is dragging her about it. So let's just look at these documents, child, because they said it's gone. They said no appeal, Tasha. They said hell to the no. It's gone for lack of jurisdiction. Okay, so the appeals court addressed this letter to Tasha K's attorneys and her, letting them know that this thing is done. Okay. Now they're saying they got the appeal numbers of the enclosed copy of this court court order of dismissal is issued as the mandate of this court. It says, counsel and pro se parties are advised that pursuant to 11th Circuit Rules 27-2, a motion to reconsider, vacate, or modify an order must be filed within 21 days of the entry of such order. No additional time shall be allowed for mailing. Any pending motions are now rendered moot in light of the attached order. Meaning that anything that you may have been about to send in, or anything that you were been able now moot because we have, it means nothing to us. Keep it, return to sender. All right. So let's go on down and look at this thing. All right. So by the court, under our review of the record and the responses to the jurisdictional question, we hereby dismiss this appeal for lack of jurisdiction. Latasha Transrena Kibi and Kibi Studios LLC, collectively the appellants, appeal from the district court's February 17, 2022 judgment memorializing the jury's determinations of liability and award of damages in Bacalis Marlenis Almazar's favor. However, that was not a final decision because it did not resolve Almazar's request for injunctive relief. And I'm going to explain all of this. Let's just read it first, okay? And it is clear from the record that the district court contemplated further proceedings regarding that relief at the time it issued the judgment. To the extent that the appellants argue that the district court's subsequent April 4th, 2022 order granting Almazar a permanent injunction cured any jurisdictional defect, that argument fails because the district court's February 17th, 2022 judgment would not have been properly certified for immediate appeal. Okay? And to the extent that the appellants argue that the February 17th judgment was immediately appealable because Almazar's request for injunctive relief was collateral to the merits, their argue is belied by the court, which demonstrates that Almazar sought injunctive relief in her second amended complaint. Because we lack jurisdiction, the only thing remaining for us to do is to dismiss this case. Almazar's motion to amend the jurisdictional allegations in her second amended complaint is therefore denied without prejudice due to her refiling it in the district court. They're saying it is denied because we have already kicked this out. We are dismissing this. My sound is in and out. We are having, the sound is bad. Okay, we're having some bad, okay, let me know now. How does it sound now? My sound is in and out. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me know now. Is this better? Is this better now? How's this? How's this sound? Is this better? Is it better now? Do you want me to read that over? Okay, how about now? Okay, because I changed the setting. And if this is better, let me know, and then we will reread it. I'll read it over. Okay, this is better. All right, let's read that over. I'm sorry, guys. Been having the weather they having a storm coming in, and you know how the connection, and I think the internet connection is bad too, because of that. So let's read that over again, and then I'm actually going to break this down and tell you what this means in layman's terms. And it was not in and out at the start. Okay. But this is better. Okay. This should be better. All right. Okay. Oh, the sound is better. All right. So basically, what the court is actually saying is that when they gave the ruling in February, this was not actually a final determination because the injunctive relief was not attacked. It was not known at that time. Okay. So it says here, upon our review of the record and the responses to the jurisdictional question, we hereby dismiss this appeal for lack of jurisdiction. Latasha Transrena Key Studios appeal from the district court's February 17, 2022 judgment memorializing the jury's determinations of liability and award of damages in Bacalis Marlenas Almazar's favor. However, that was not a final decision because it did not resolve Cardi's request for injunctive relief. And it is clear from the record that the district court contemplated further proceedings regarding that relief at the time it issued the judgment. Okay? So they're saying that at that time, the injunctive relief was not known. Remember, they did that in April. So at the time of the actual, when the case was over and the jury found her liable and they said $4 million in February, they did not have an injunctive relief decision. They did not, know whether or not there was going to be an injunctive relief. So remember, at the last minute, Tasha K and her attorneys decided that they did not want to go forward with the court hearing in April. So they did the behind the scenes. Remember, everybody thought it was an April Fool's joke. And so they, behind the scenes, settled, this whole injunctive situation. And so what the court is saying is that, well, at that time, there was no, so that's not a final, the case was not closed. And remember, I kept saying, this case is not closed because it does not have a date in the PACER app. It didn't have an date. So it wasn't closed. So how can you appeal something that was not closed? So that is what they're trying to say. And they are also saying that they don't have jurisdiction over this. And now that question could come into play. Well, is it because Sheck is not, his citizenship was not addressed? They didn't address the citizenship issue. They had to turn in the addresses and everything for all parties on file. They did not answer to the jurisdiction and the citizenship questions. Remember, I kept saying they turned in an appeal brief, but they did not answer the questions that they asked for the appeal. They asked about the jurisdiction as it pertains to his citizenship and the citizenship of people that belong to Key Studios. And I didn't see any of that come through. All we saw come through was a brief, appeal brief. Again, not listening to the court's orders. Again, doing what it is that they want to do. Olga and Sadir, again, not being experienced. And that pertains to Tasha K saying with the YouTube lawyers. Okay, YouTube lawyers, listen, ma'am, anyone can see, we can all read. And matter of fact, anyone can read. And what do we say? We can read. We are lawyers. We are not attorneys, but we can read. We know we're not slow. We can read. We always say that. So, I really don't know what to say. You guys drop in the comments and let me know what you think about this. We knew that this was going to be, that this was going to actually happen. We knew that she was not going to win this appeal. We knew that it was going to be dismissed. We knew that because you did this. You trolled the woman. Everything that you said was a lie. She proved that these things were not true. So I don't know where she thought that she was going to win this appeal. But the court has determined, hey, this was posted today. As you can see, filed, the date it was filed into Pacer was today. And so anytime that she's going off, and she's trolling Cardi, and she's dragging Cardi in comment section, and she's chasing Cardi on the internet, it's always because there has been something that happened behind the scenes and we don't know. KB, XWP, you told us how this was gonna go from day one. I mean, it was common sense. You cannot defame someone's character and tell lies maliciously and think that you're not, that you're just gonna get away with it. That's just not how it works. And see, my connection is severely delayed. It's funny, she moved and did all her downsizing just before the decision. She knew. And you guys remember that she was saying earlier in the week, I'm probably going to have 4 million. I told you that she knew this was coming. She already knew what was going on behind the scenes, which is why the attitude we saw this week is what it was, because she knew what was going on. So does not surprise me. This is exactly what will happen when you commit defamation, liable, and all these things, and a person is able to prove it. And now, just like I said, the downsizing of the home, the downsizing of the car being repoed, the truck being repoed and going to a priest, these are things that happen when you unfortunately are experiencing financial hardships. I experience financial hardships. We all experience financial hardships. But when you have pride and you want to come up here and act like you are above all of these things, and when it happens to you, unfortunately, people don't feel sorry for you because you put it out there like you were above all of this. You told everyone that your salary, you were making more than people on the real. You told everyone that you had the little 75K. You were just going to be able to write a check. You told everyone that you were paying these lawyers. They were high-priced attorneys. You said all of these things in the press. And I get it, that you have to make yourself look a certain way. You have to make, save face in front of all of these people. But again, this is what you did this. You did this. You literally created this whole situation. All you had to do was take down the videos. So the appeal, there is no more. There is no coming back from this. The court does not have jurisdiction. So this appeals court says that they don't have jurisdiction over this case. So that means this cannot be appealed anywhere else. It was handled in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Georgia, right? So they can't come back and say, well, we're going to appeal it in another court. That's not going to happen. So she's going to have to pay the $4 million. Question is, would she be able to file for bankruptcy or her husband? Yes, she would be able to file for bankruptcy. She definitely would. But we covered this before. Remember, in a previous video, there are certain types of cases that cannot be put under the bankruptcy umbrella. Yes, I do know about the Iggy situation. We're going to talk about that. Hey, Marcella. So you can't some of these verdicts or cases that you've been found liable, you can't just file bankruptcy and think that, okay, that's going to cover it. It's like if it's malicious, if it was done with malicious intent, it's a couple other things that this case goes under the umbrella of. You would not be able to file this on a bankruptcy. So she's not going to be able to get around this. No matter how, because first of all, let's just say morally, it was wrong. So this is the punishment or the consequences for doing something like this. It was morally wrong. So you're not going to be able to get away with it. God don't like ugly. If you don't serve God or whatever, the universe, however you want to look at it, karma, whatever. What you put out, you get back. However you want to look at this, you're not going to get away with it because it was wrong. She didn't deserve that. I don't care whether you like Cardi B or you don't like Cardi B. Cardi B did not deserve this. So all she had to do was take down the videos. And don't get me wrong, this is not us celebrating or reveling in the fact that Tasha K lost and she's losing it all. This is us saying this is what happens when you commit defamation. These are the consequences. This is what accountability looks like. This is you being held accountable for what you've done. And because you did it publicly, you are being embarrassed publicly. The verdict and the resolution is being shown publicly because you did this publicly. So this is what accountability looks like. And unfortunately, $4 million is going to be paid to Cardi B on behalf of, Tasha K. Unfortunately, she has put her household, her family, she has put all of them through this. Now they have to suffer financially because of her actions online. And everyone's saying, well, what about her husband? Why did her husband sit back and allow this? Okay, but women, I need to understand, what is it? When do you want the man to be in control and when you don't want the man to be in control? Let her. I get these, confused women. When one minute they say he should have stepped up, then the next minute a man is not in control of nobody. When you are in a marriage, it is give and take. And unfortunately, a lot of women don't understand that. You got to let a man lead. You got to let the man lead the household. So he has nothing to do with this. It is all on Tasha K. This is Tasha K's career. This is Tasha K's arena. He sits back and, like she says, he does, he does the editing. He's the brain behind everything. And I hear him in some of these lives. He tells her to be quiet, turn it off. She does not listen. So he sat back after so long of you telling somebody, stop, don't do it. Stop. No, stop, please. And you don't. Now all he's forced to do is sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. Do you think their marriage is going to be able to sustain this? I wouldn't be surprised if their marriage dissolves. I wouldn't be surprised if a divorce is headed next, because usually finances and, stress of financial situations causes divorces. And especially if this was at your doing. This was all kinds of social media. I'm telling you, some of you guys take this social media shit way too far. Wanting to be on the top, wanting everybody to look at you like you the it girl. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Everybody's looking at you. You're the it girl. You have the exclusives. And now you're moving on to Iggy Azalea. Now you're moving on to another celebrity. And she said, you got rent to pay. You already have a $4 million judgment you got to pay. I don't think you want to come this way. Another celebrity that is backed by high-priced lawyers, high-powered lawyers. I don't think you want to cross that road. Tasha K needs to cut her losses, lace up her bootstraps, and get into content. That's what she needs to do. Because what you've been doing, it is not working. J Baby says he ain't Tasha K. Great. Go on over there and donate to the fund. Because, honey, your head wino has to pay $4 million. $4 million. It looks like that's what's going to be happening. The appeal has been tossed out of the court. The court said hell no. Said no. Oh, so she says she's going to drag Iggy again. So this looks like she has not learned her lesson. This is the same situation with Cardi. This is how it started with Cardi. The pride. Who are you to tell me what to do? So we are going to break down later in our next video. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight. I might do it tomorrow. So isn't the husband in the judgment as well for 500,000 just his name, or no? No, it's Kibi Studios. Tasha K and Kibi Studios. So it's under, because the husband is the agent for Kibi Studios, that's where people are getting that, but no, it's Kibi Studios and Tasha K. So they were the ones that were found liable, and the husband is the acting agent for Kibi Studios. So what a lovely home Tasha K listed for rent. And in my opinion, I really do not think that she ever owned that home. I don't think that she listed, it's not with, I believe that she was always renting that, because it, just my observation, if she owned the home, I would think that her name would be listed as the owner and the one listing it. Um, I mean, I don't know if it's listed through the real estate agency, wouldn't they have to have purchased the home from her? Or, I mean, I just always saw when people rent homes, it's still in their name. I mean, when I've rented from people that own the home, it's in their name. When I've rented from real estate companies that own homes, it's in their name. So I just never knew that it would be, you're going to rent something out, but you're going to list it through the, I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you can get a real estate agent to work for you, and you can get a real estate company to do the work for you, but I would think that that would be in her husband's name or her name if they own the home. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's absolutely right. I mean, that's just my opinion. She sold it to her husband. Somebody told me, I think I had some receipts where that's not true. So I mean, I could break that down. I think I do have some receipts about that, but I don't know if it's really that important to me. I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not really important to me. And I don't know why she made it such a big deal, whether she bought, rented. You have a home and your kids have a roof over their head. It doesn't matter to me, right? Whether you purchased it or you own, or you're renting it, doesn't matter. A home is a home. You're living in it. I'm just not that shallow like that. Now, I understand the importance of home ownership. I definitely do. And I'm not downplaying that. But I just don't think that it's really people's business on YouTube. I don't know why that was important for her to share that, where that she wanted everyone to, oh, I own this. Oh, I have a Escalade. Like, so now when you lose all these things, everyone gets to watch you lose it all and laugh at you. It's really embarrassing, So that's, that's what this is all about. You trolled Cardi, you lost your case, and you fought it to the end, threw it out, and they said that it's done. I think another blogger already checked the title, and the title went into her husband's name only in 322. I didn't think titles could change during the lawsuit or collections process. I don't know, guys. I don't know too much about that. I don't know. But I do know that it says this shows what you keep saying, Sweet Pea, about staying in your lane. A YouTuber can't squash a celebrity. Absolutely. We are just YouTubers. We work for Google. Like, we're on their platform. We don't own any of this. At any given moment, they can take it down. At any given moment, they can take it away from us. And then what will we have, right? So that's why I say a 9 to 5, you never make light of that. Nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. Stop trying to act like you are more than what you are. YouTube is not a income to rely on, unless you are these PewDiePies and these people that have millions of subscribers, that have, endorsement deals and all of this. Usually a YouTuber of Tasha K's size, their goal is to transition with a network. You see people going to Fox Soul, you see them going to BET, you see them doing things like that. That's what our goal is. It's to get people to invest in us. And unfortunately, she's not going to get those opportunities. She's going to forever be attached to Cardi B and this lawsuit. And unfortunately, Cardi B is going to always have to have Tasha K attached. I mean, Tasha K is in her Wikipedia. How terrible is that? Blogger Tasha K, lawsuit. Horrible. All behind, she wanted to go viral and she wanted to, gain subscribers and gain traction for her YouTube channel. What? Are you kidding me? I never understood what is such, the attraction to be a YouTuber and just to be famous on YouTube. What? Like you did all of that for YouTube, ma'am? $4 million. Can you imagine? $4 million over a YouTube video? I just can't fathom that. $4 million because you wanted to go viral. That's terrible. A friend of mine, Realty was the renting agent for her. Okay. I mean, I just always thought if you own the home, your name would be somewhere on it. Like I don't, it's just like I said, I don't know anything about real estate. I don't know. But and I don't care whether she was renting or owning. I really don't. In my opinion, that's nobody's business. Do your videos, do your interviews, and get the hell off YouTube and go live your life. Then you come back, do your job. But why do you have to put everybody in your business? People got to know what you have. You got to be fronting like, you're this big time. I'm a big time YouTuber. I got all this money. And then when your shit hit the fan and people start knowing what's really going on, now you're embarrassed. Girl, y'all know people dox and be doing all that up here. Damn well people going to find out. Child, I don't need her subscribers, honey. I have my own subscribers. I am not hating on Tasha K. I am revealing that she lost her appeal, period. As far as what she got going on, I don't care. I have said multiple times, if she own or rent her house, doesn't make me, I don't give a damn. Right? I'm revealing that she lost her appeal, period. I don't care about Tasha K. I have my own subscribers and I'm in my own lane and making my own money. Unlike Tasha K and you guys think that YouTube is the end all and be all. I don't. I work a 9 to 5 and I'm happy with that. I'm not up here trying to front and make anybody think I'm a celebrity. This is YouTube. This is an app. I mean, come on, get out of the clouds. That's why she's where she is, because she thought she was something that she was not. You cannot compete with Cardi B. You cannot compete with Iggy Azalea. You don't have the money that it takes to, to spar with them in court. You got all your money taken from you because you thought you were going to go up against Cardi B. Where did you think that was going to happen? You should have took them damn videos down and went on about your damn business. That's what you should have did. I don't understand where you guys winos come from saying that people are jealous of Tasha K. What do I have to be jealous of her? I don't owe $4 million to anyone. I'm not being sued by a celebrity. And Iggy Azalea is going to her next. She keep playing with these celebrities. She's going to find herself homeless. People are not going to allow you to just keep trolling them and putting up lies about them. Nobody wants Tasha K subscribers, honey. Newsflash, Tasha K subscribers already watch my channel. They're here now. You're obviously. Newsflash, everyone watches everyone. There's no such thing as Tasha K subscribers. This is YouTube. There are a billion people on YouTube. That's why she's where she is. That attitude right. This is a platform owned by Google. Tasha does not own these subscribers. She does not own YouTube. She doesn't own Google. She doesn't own anybody that watches any channel. It's sad. This is sad. It's sad to watch her go through this because of her pride and her ego. Her pride and ego destroyed her. It destroyed her platform. It destroyed any career that she would have had. The goal is to transition and work with other brands. The goal is to move up, not stay on YouTube and chase your tail. Yeah, she thinks it's a joke. She thinks it's a joke. It is not a joke. Just like it started out with Cardi B, you thought that it was a joke. It's not a joke. These celebrities are not playing with you, Tasha. They are not playing with you. They see that Cardi made an example of you and they will do the same thing. They are not playing with you. I don't know why you think this is funny. It is not funny. I don't want none of that shit. I'm staying out the way when it comes to lawsuits. I'm good. You asked me to take a video down, no problem. But see, that's what happens when you don't have other content. When you can't edit, when you can't put thoughts together, when you can't do other pieces, and they get trapped in this box. That's why I will never be trapped in a box. I will always be versatile, will always be able to do multiple types of, content. Because when you get trapped into T and I have to break exclusives, this is what happens. So Tasha K, the appeal was thrown out of court. She has nowhere else to go. She now will have to start paying Cardi B. She will have to start paying her. So now that means that they can garnish her YouTube. They can garnish that to collect their money. However, they decide to do that. But Cardi can have her attorneys draft that up, and then that will happen. That's exactly what it is. It's karma. I keep telling you that. You can't put out and then think that it's not going to come back. Did I miss? If you answered no, it cannot be reopened in another jurisdiction. No. If you answered, if another court injured, no, they cannot reopen the appeal. That is the Northern District Court of, I think that's the only one, if I'm not mistaken. That's the 11th district. It's over the Northern District Court. All of those courts answer to that. So I don't think that there can be any other appeals court that would be able to address this. She's done. It's done. It is over. That's it. There's nowhere else for her to go. There's nowhere else for her to go. So she has to now start paying the judgment. I mean, she told you guys. She told you earlier this week, it looks like I'm going to have to pay the $4 million. And then when she was trolling Cardi, I knew that something happened, because anytime she starts to troll, it is because there's been a verdict and we just don't know. We'll find out later. So while everybody, honey, was running around worrying about whether she was renting or buying, honey, me and my team was finding out, hey, I had somebody DM me, yo, it's over. I said, oh, wow. And again, like I said, this is not a drag. This is not a gloating, because, hey, we all have our shit. We are all living in hard times. It's hard times for everyone. We just came out. We're still in a pandemic. So I'm not, reveling in her downfall. I'm just saying this is what accountability looks like. This is what happens. I knew it was going to happen. This is not news to me. I knew this was going to happen. So no more appeal. The appeal is gone. And, we might as well just get into this. I might as well just cover this. I was going to play her video, and I probably will just put it up on either my Instagram, or I'll probably just put it up on my channel for you guys to hear it. But, the other day, she was trolling Cardi B again. And I see that she tried to hurry up and take it down. She's over there talking about Cardi, talking about Offset cheating on Cardi. That is one thing that she is not supposed to be talking about. She is not supposed to be talking about Offset cheating on Cardi B. That is part of the appeal. I'm sorry, not the appeal, but the judgment. So she keeps saying there's only 4 things that they said that I can't talk about. Well, one of them is Offset cheating on Cardi B. Okay, so let me pull that up, because there's no sense of us to come back at 8 o'clock and we can just discuss that right now. Let me get that receipt. Okay. So this is the actual judgment, okay? All right, let's get that. Okay. Mm-mm. All right, let me get this. Okay. Okay, so it says that the court is ordering that Tasha K, okay, defendants and all persons acting in concert or participation with them are permanently enjoined from publishing or republishing on the internet or otherwise the following statements that were judged false and defamatory by the jury in this action. Plaintiff engaged in prostitution. Plaintiff has herpes. Plaintiff has HPV. Plaintiff used or uses C. Plaintiff performed an act with a beer bottle. Plaintiff committed adultery. Plaintiff is a prostitute or prostituted or sold P, has herpes, cold sores. You can't refer to her as herpes B. All right. And I'm just trying to, I'm getting the, right. So it's these statements too. Code sort B, with or without spaces. Plaintiff has HPV. Plaintiff used C or is a cokehead. Plaintiff placed beer bottles up her vagina. Plaintiff committed adultery by effing or sleeping with somebody other than her husband. Plaintiff is sopping. Somebody other than the plaintiff husband is licking her pee, right? He's not supposed to be speaking on anything that pertains to them sleeping with somebody other than her husband. There is also another paper. I got to find it, but there was one where she's not supposed to be speaking about Offset cheating. She's still alluding to these things. So if she's found to be still putting out material that is surrounded by any of these topics, she's in contempt of court. So these are things that she is intentionally doing because she wants to show people that she's in control. Nobody tells Tasha K what to do. I'm still going to continue this, behavior. So it's like, girl, what do you want these people to do? They have already told you got to pay $4 million. What do you want these people to do? Put you in jail? I mean, can you be put in jail for, this is federal. So I don't know. This was in a federal court. I don't know if she would be put in jail or if it would be some type of financial, contempt. What will happen when you're found in contempt of court? I don't know. I have to research that. But she's clearly in violation. And that's why she removed that last video. You're saying that Offset commits adultery. You are also alluding that she uses drugs. So the situation in court and you are found $4 million judgment and they're telling you you can't do these things and you still are doing them, then you had an injunction where they further stipulated that you can't be doing these things. Not only do you have a judgment, but you also have an injunction. So I don't know what more the court has to do. I don't know what more. And it is all because it's personal. Have you ever seen anything like this? I've never seen anything like this in my life. All behind YouTube. But YouTube, The trolling and the doxing and everything that goes on YouTube has gotten outrageous. It's just gotten out of hand. It's downright sad, to be honest with you. The narcissism that's displayed on this platform, the pride, the egos that are displayed between people that don't know each other, it's disgusting and it's vile. People forgot about making content that is enjoyable, entertaining people. Everybody's going for the juggler. Everybody wants tea and receipts, and they're doing anything at all costs to get it for the views, because YouTube is not guaranteed as far as the money. So if you have been put in a position where you've been getting tea and you get these views, and it's like, okay, I'm living $5,000 a month for a home, then I have to do what I have to do. I got to do what it takes to get these views and to get this money. That means lie. That means do whatever. And that's what it's giving. So she intentionally took those videos, took the video down. She's got her fans and her winos asking, why did you take the Cardi B post down? Well, she took it down because she's in violation of her judgment. These are the things that they told her she can't be doing, and she's still doing it. So what did I tell you? I told you that she's going to purposely try to go around those things. Well, they only said that I can't talk about Cardi as it pertains to this, but I can still talk about Cardi because that is freedom of speech. Yeah, that is true. You can't take her First Amendment right away, but you can't still talk about the things that the judgment said you can't talk about. And these are those things. So what happens when you're found in contempt of court in a federal lawsuit such as this? This is like a civil lawsuit, defamation, lie. I don't know. Can she go to jail? I don't know. But I definitely don't think that it took all of this. I definitely don't think that it was worth it. And I'm just sitting back watching her, wondering what her husband, how he's feeling about all of this. I definitely see their marriage coming to an end. Definitely. That wouldn't surprise me if that's next. That wouldn't surprise me if he's sleeping on the couch now. This is unattractive. This is taking all the spice out of the bedroom, honey. I already know. Stress of $4 million, losing cars, losing homes. Oh, that bedroom is not spicy. Ain't shit going on. You think you want some cookie? You want some cookie? You think he said no before. Honey, he is running from you now. This is not attractive at all. He look at you, all he see is $4 million that y'all owe. And now you actually have him involved in it because he's under, he's the acting agent for Kibi Studios. So not only are you, involved in this, but you have him involved in it as well. The entire household, all of the assets, everything is wrapped up in this lawsuit. So this is horrible. Wiley, what the Wiley show will have to say since he loves Tasha K. We find that people, they find an angle. They find an angle to come. They find some kind of angle. They find some way to make this, a win for Tasha K. This cannot be a win when your appeal has been kicked out of the courts and there's nowhere else for you to go. There's no win in this. I don't see how he can spin it. There's no win in it. The court said no, it is done. It's a done deal, you guys. Tasha K's lost her appeal, and still and yet she still continues to talk about Cardi. And now she has Iggy Azalea that is giving her a warning as well. Listen, keep my name out your mouth. You got your rent to pay. I'm up next. So I don't know, y'all. I mean, what would Iggy even be able to get? I mean, honey, it's going to take a lifetime to pay $4 million. So really, would it even be worth it? Would it even be worth Iggy Azalea suing her for real? She doesn't have anything. She's already got the one with Cardi. So, I mean, it would just be, that's up next. She's never going to finish paying off that. So how would she, what would Iggy get? Right? I think it would be a waste. So I don't know. Maybe there's something else that Iggy can do, because suing her would just be a waste of time. Drop in the comments and let me know what else can Iggy do other than suing. She's not gonna get no money. So what else could she do to make Tasha stop talking? And that's why Tasha's gonna continue to do it. That's why she's doing it. She's like, child, y'all can sue me. I don't have shit. Cardi's getting it all. So y'all can sue me if you want to. You're not going to get anything. Think about that, you guys. What could they possibly get? Any other celebrity? Cardi has it all. She's got it all sewed up. There's nothing left. The app is not apping. The app is not making no money. Nobody's paying $12, $20 for tea that they can get from another blogger for free on YouTube. I mean, keep it real. But that's it, you guys. I'm getting ready to go. Yep, she would just be wasting the money on the lawyers. At this point, it would just be pointless, right? It'd just be pointless. Yeah. Let's see. What is this comment? Just think about paying $4 million to someone you don't like, even if you're worth $20 million. It would hurt anyone. I mean, guys, a YouTuber having to pay $4 million, that's going to break anyone. 3 years of litigation, that is going to break anyone. But it was just given. Chelsea's getting paid well. All of this. Why do you think her and Storm, all of this stuff started happening? Because people start seeing the light. Storm, all of them, they're sitting around Tasha looking at her like, we're just watching you lose it all. You remember, they know what's going on before we know. All of this hits the press. We find out about it afterwards. People on the inside already know what's going on, right? They looking at her ass like, we looked up to you. We thought you were the almighty Tasha K. Now look at you. Now look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Storm done surpassed you. Storm is making more money than her. Chelsea better go on over there and work for Storm. But see, they was talking about Storm and the air mattress and all of this. Now what? Now what? This is sad. It's sad. It's sad. Sad to see it. Sad to see it. But hey, don't say we didn't tell you. People said they told you so. They told you so. So I'm getting ready to go, you guys. This has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. Oh, before we go, we'd like to thank our sponsor. That's right. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to ExpressVPN. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to ExpressVPN, friend of the channel and protector of my online data. They are giving away 3 months free on a 1-year package to all Sweet Pea Diaries viewers by using the link in the description box below. Now, this is a service that I personally use 100% of the time when I'm on the internet using my phone or computer. It allows me to bypass content restrictions while traveling and ensures all of my data is 100% private and safe wherever I connect to the internet. Using ExpressVPN also allows you to get discounts when using services like Expedia, NBA League Pass, and Netflix. ExpressVPN also has 24/7 customer support to answer any questions and support all of your needs. So take back your internet privacy today by clicking on the link in the description box below and find out how you can get 3 months free. Y'all are going at it in the comments. I see y'all. I'm with you, the Virgo Queen. The comment section is hilarious. Yeah, Lovely T is definitely doing her thing as well. If you notice, people that backed up, you're welcome, KB. People that backed up from this whole situation, they moved on and they just said, we're not going to partake in this. And look, they still have their careers. They still have a channel. Tasha K has no channel. She doesn't have, her brand has severely suffered. I don't see how she's going to be able to come back from this. I really don't. If she, had any type of, she was going to pop, you know what I mean? Like if she was going to get any bigger, she would have done so by now. She would have gotten a deal. She would have been, endorsed by a larger company, by a media company. And it's just not, it's not giving. So that's all I got, you guys. I'm out of here. Be sure to like this video, share the video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Tasha K lost her appeal. I mean, we knew that was going to happen. You guys, I'm out. Y'all have a good night. Bye.